Have you ever felt overwhelmed, like your thoughts are a chaotic storm raging inside your head? What if I told you that understanding the principles of quantum physics could offer a pathway to inner peace and a calmer mind? In this video, we'll explore the fascinating intersection of spirituality and quantum consciousness, revealing simple yet powerful techniques to eliminate anxiety and cultivate tranquility. The quest for understanding the nature of reality and our place within it has occupied philosophers and mystics for millennia. From the ancient wisdom traditions of the East to the groundbreaking discoveries of modern science, humanity has sought to unravel the mysteries of existence. Spirituality, in its broadest sense, encompasses our search for meaning, purpose, and connection to something larger than ourselves. It often involves exploring our inner landscape, cultivating virtues like compassion and gratitude, and seeking a deeper understanding of the universe. Quantum physics, on the other hand, delves into the strange and counterintuitive world of subatomic particles, challenging our classical notions of space, time, and causality. It is a realm where observation influences reality, where particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously, and where entanglement suggests a profound interconnectedness between seemingly separate entities. The philosophical roots of this convergence can be traced back to ancient Eastern philosophies, particularly Hinduism and Buddhism. Concepts like Brahman and Hinduism, the ultimate reality that underlies all existence, and the Buddhist notion of emptiness, the idea that all phenomena are devoid of inherent self-nature, resonate with the quantum mechanical view of reality as dynamic, interconnected, and fundamentally uncertain. These traditions emphasize the importance of direct experience and introspection as paths to understanding the true nature of reality. Key figures like the Buddha, with his emphasis on mindfulness and the cessation of suffering, and Adi Shankaracharya, who expounded the Advaita Vedanta philosophy of non-duality, laid the groundwork for a worldview that sees consciousness as fundamental to the universe. In the West, thinkers like Plato, with his theory of forms, and later, idealist philosophers like George Berkeley, explored the relationship between mind and reality. While not directly related to quantum physics, their ideas paved the way for considering the possibility that consciousness plays a more central role in the universe than previously imagined. More recently, figures like Carl Jung, with his concept of the collective unconscious and synchronicity, explored the connection between the individual psyche and the larger patterns of the universe. His work provided a bridge between psychology and spirituality, suggesting that our inner world is deeply connected to the outer world. Moving into the modern era, we find scientists and philosophers grappling with the implications of quantum mechanics for our understanding of consciousness. Physicists like Erwin Schrödinger, one of the founders of quantum mechanics, were deeply interested in the philosophical implications of their discoveries. Schrödinger, in his book, What is Life?, explored the connection between physics and biology, suggesting that quantum mechanics might play a role in understanding the nature of life itself. The central narrative connecting quantum physics and consciousness revolves around the idea that consciousness is not merely a byproduct of brain activity, but rather a fundamental aspect of reality that interacts with the quantum world. One of the key concepts in quantum mechanics that supports this idea is the observer effect. The observer effect demonstrates that the act of observing a quantum system influences its behavior. Before observation, a quantum particle exists in a superposition of states, meaning it is in multiple possible states simultaneously. However, when we observe the particle, its wave function collapses, and it settles into a single definite state. This raises the question, what constitutes an observation? Does it require a conscious observer? Some interpretations of quantum mechanics, such as the Copenhagen interpretation, suggest that consciousness plays a role in the collapse of the wave function. Another important concept is quantum entanglement, a phenomenon where two or more particles become linked together in such a way that they share the same fate, no matter how far apart they are. If you measure the state of one entangled particle, you instantly know the state of the other, even if they are light years away. This suggests a deep interconnectedness between all things in the universe. Some researchers believe that entanglement may play a role in consciousness, allowing for information to be processed and integrated across different parts of the brain. From a spiritual perspective, these quantum concepts resonate with the idea of interconnectedness and the unity of all things. Many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of recognizing our connection to the larger universe and to each other. Quantum entanglement provides a scientific metaphor for this interconnectedness, suggesting that we are all part of a single, unified field of consciousness. Consider the story of Sarah, a successful businesswoman who struggled with chronic anxiety. She felt constantly overwhelmed by her responsibilities and plagued by negative thoughts. After learning about the principles of quantum physics and their connection to consciousness, she began to practice mindfulness meditation. She learned to observe her thoughts and emotions without judgment, recognizing that they were simply fleeting patterns of energy. As she continued to practice, she noticed a shift in her perspective. She began to feel more grounded and present, and her anxiety gradually diminished. She realized that by changing her focus and cultivating a more positive mindset, she could influence her own reality. Another example is that of David, a software engineer who was skeptical of spirituality. He approached the topic of quantum consciousness with a scientific mindset, seeking evidence-based explanations. After studying the research on the observer effect and quantum entanglement, he began to experiment with visualization techniques. He visualized his goals and aspirations with vivid detail, focusing on the positive emotions associated with achieving them. To his surprise, he began to experience synchronicities and coincidences that seemed to align with his visualizations. He realized that his thoughts and intentions were having a tangible effect on his reality. It's important to note that there are different perspectives on the relationship between quantum physics and consciousness. Some scientists and philosophers argue that consciousness is simply an emergent property of complex brain activity and that quantum mechanics has little or nothing to do with it. They point to the lack of direct evidence linking quantum phenomena to consciousness and argue that the brain is a classical system that operates according to the laws of classical physics. However, other researchers argue that quantum mechanics may play a more subtle but significant role in consciousness. They propose that quantum processes may be involved in the brain's ability to process information, make decisions, and experience subjective awareness. For example, the theory of orchestrated objective reduction (OR), proposed by physicist Sir Roger Penrose and anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff, suggests that quantum computations occur within microtubules, tiny structures inside brain neurons. They argue that these quantum computations are linked to consciousness and that the collapse of the wave function in microtubules is what gives rise to our subjective experience. While the OR theory has been met with criticism from some scientists, it remains a provocative and influential attempt to bridge the gap between quantum physics and consciousness. Other researchers are exploring the possibility that quantum entanglement may play a role in the brain's ability to integrate information across different regions. They propose that entangled particles in the brain could allow for faster and more efficient communication between neurons, leading to a more coherent and unified conscious experience. The evidence-based theories in this field range in plausibility. On one end, we have well-established principles of quantum mechanics like superposition and entanglement, which are experimentally verified. On the other end, we have more speculative theories linking these phenomena directly to consciousness, which require further empirical support. The challenge lies in designing experiments that can directly test the role of quantum mechanics in consciousness. This is a difficult task, as consciousness is a subjective phenomenon that is hard to measure objectively. Recent scientific discoveries are shedding new light on the brain's complexity and its potential for quantum processes. For example, researchers have found evidence of quantum coherence in photosynthetic organisms, suggesting that quantum mechanics may play a role in biological systems. While it is still unclear whether these findings can be directly applied to the brain, they provide tantalizing hints that quantum mechanics may be more widespread in nature than previously thought. Despite the progress being made, there are still significant limitations to our current knowledge. We do not yet have a complete understanding of consciousness, nor do we fully understand the implications of quantum mechanics. The relationship between these two fields remains a mystery, and further research is needed to unravel the connection. It's important to approach this topic with an open mind, acknowledging the limitations of our current understanding and remaining open to new discoveries. The contemporary impact of exploring the intersection of spirituality and quantum consciousness is far-reaching. On a practical level, understanding these concepts can help us to cultivate a more positive and empowered mindset. By recognizing the interconnectedness of all things and the power of our thoughts and intentions, we can take greater control of our lives and create a more fulfilling reality. Culturally, the convergence of spirituality and quantum physics is leading to a new wave of interest in holistic approaches to health and well-being. people are increasingly seeking out practices like mindfulness meditation, yoga, and energy healing, which are based on the principles of interconnectedness and the mind-body connection. These practices are gaining mainstream acceptance as people recognize their potential to reduce stress, improve mental clarity, and enhance overall well-being. Technologically, insights from quantum mechanics are inspiring new innovations in fields like quantum computing and quantum communication. Quantum computers have the potential to solve problems that are currently intractable for classical computers, opening up new possibilities in fields like medicine, materials science, and artificial intelligence. Quantum communication technologies offer the promise of secure communication channels that are immune to eavesdropping. Emerging trends in this field include the development of new tools and technologies for measuring and manipulating quantum phenomena in biological systems. Researchers are developing more sophisticated techniques for imaging the brain and measuring its electrical activity. These tools may eventually allow us to directly observe quantum processes in the brain and gain a deeper understanding of their role in consciousness. In conclusion, the exploration of spirituality and quantum consciousness offers a fascinating glimpse into the nature of reality and our place within it. While the connection between these two fields remains a mystery, the potential for personal transformation and scientific discovery is immense. By embracing the principles of interconnectedness, mindfulness, and the power of our thoughts and intentions, we can cultivate a more peaceful and fulfilling life. What are your thoughts on the connection between quantum physics and consciousness? Do you believe that quantum mechanics plays a role in our subjective experience? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you found this video informative and inspiring, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more content on spirituality, science, and personal growth. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching.